So a third topic is, what are the key basics of cohesion analytics? Now, most people, when they actually look at a team, they look at a team as a collection of skill, and they say, if we can get these people together in great leadership, we're going to get fantastic outcomes. We actually find it to be the complete opposite. If you take great people and great leadership, you'll tend to get chaos, because you're trying to throw people together in an environment and hope they perform at their peak. So what we actually find is, if we wanted to predict outcomes, most people will actually say, if we collect this talent and we look at what happens next, generally they'll do very well. Well, we don't look at teams that way. We actually look at teams as a collection of relationships. And it's actually the parts in between people. So there's the understanding people have between each other. So when my wife's angry, I know she does this little thing with her eyebrow. She knows that I've done the wrong thing, and I know that, and I can respond to that. So understanding between people is really important. And what tends to happen is they start to gel onto each other, they start to understand each other and focuses on each other's strengths and weaknesses, and they adapt to one another. The second part is understanding of the system. So if you've been part of a place for a long time, you know where the printer it is, you know Jan from accounts, you know the systems, you know everything that needs to take place. When you jump out of that system, you go to a new environment, it's extremely hard because everything's different for you. So there's the understanding of the system, and you can either adapt to that system, but also if that system is constantly adapting, it makes life hard for you. And the third part is understanding of your role. So if you understand the role within the context of your environment, and what things you need to be able to do are, and how you deliver towards the company, then that's going to have a positive impact. But you need time. You need time to be able to understand that role. Now, if the role changes, and we do tend to find that role change within an organisation is actually nowhere near as disruptive as, for example, bringing in new people or bringing in new systems, because they understand the rest. Once you put those three together with what we call people, program and position, you can actually start to build an understanding of what we call the anthropology of the team. And we can actually measure all of those. And so we find the stability of those three will actually impact, and they're measurable, about how a team is going to go, and particularly not only just over the short term, but also over the long term.